What do you think happens when you're not here?
I'm hoping to get on up there and do some more writing and singing and play one of those golden harps.
Born the fourth of 12 children in a one-room Tennessee cabin with no running water or electricity, she turned a childhood of poverty into some of the most beloved songs ever written. But Dolly is more than her music. She's a savvy businesswoman behind Dollywood, a philanthropist who's mailed over 200 million free books to children worldwide, and an entertainer whose warmth has made her one of the most universally adored figures in pop culture.
People are always asking me, what do you want people to say about you 100 years from now? I always say, I want them to say, dang, don't she still look good for her age?
She sure does, both body and mind, because when people assumed that she was jealous of Whitney Houston, this was her reaction.
I mean, what a voice she had. I mean, at that time, nobody could out-sing her. But when I heard it, my heart just stopped. I just couldn't believe that my little song, my little simple song that was written straight from my heart, you know, about a subject that we all know and relate to one way or another, whether it's someone that's died or kids going off to school. People relate to that song in so many ways. But anyway, when I heard her sing it, I could not believe it. I was driving at that time from my office in Nashville to my house in Brentwood, and I heard it when she started singing that a cappella. I thought, well, I thought, if I should stay? And it took a minute to realize. And then when it went into with the music part where she was singing, I honestly thought I was going to have a heart attack. It was one of the most overwhelming things.
When it became a hit, she was very happy, and this is why.
Whitney Houston!
Dolly Parton, I was working with her on her show. People were saying, aren't you jealous that Whitney recorded your song, I Will Always Love You? She said, Jackie, come here, come here. We went in her dressing room. She said, let me show you something. And she went in her drawer and pulled out a copy. And she said, this is my first royalty check from I Will Always Love You. So I looked at, you know what it said? And it was the first one. $1 million.
Wow.
She said, do you think I'm angry?
And on behalf of myself and the Internal Revenue Service, I'd like to thank Whitney for making my song such an enormous hit. I really feel good about that because when I wrote that song 22 years ago, I had a heartache, but it's amazing how healing money can be.
Real in our world?
Yeah.
Yes, she is, and about being real. This is what she said.
You know what I really like about you?
No, what?
You're so real.
Well, so are you.
Yeah?
You're just like, well, people. You know, performers like us get so caught up in the Hollywood hoorah that folks sometimes forget that we're just everyday people.
Yeah. You want to talk about it?
Not really.
You want to sing about it?
Well, I'd love to, Kermit, but I have a frog in my throat.
What?
Just croaking with you. I mean, come on, let's sing. Okay.
She then shared a piece of her struggle.
From the hills of East Tennessee to the Hollywood hills, but it has been a wonderful journey. Now, people say to me, well, wasn't it a man's world back when you got in the business? I said, it sure was, and buddy, I had a ball. Because I have actually worked with so many wonderful men, and I've never met a man that I didn't like, and I've never met a man whose ass I couldn't kick if he didn't treat me with the right respect.
When she was working 9 to 5, she had a unique way to be with music.
But then I have a little rhythm that we can do with these acrylic nails. Can you do that? Yep. Mama, little children love shortening, shortening. Mama, little children love shortening bread. My Patty.
When Barbara asked about her looks, her honest replies moved everyone.
People are in awe of the whole thing.
You don't have to look like this. You're very beautiful. You don't have to wear the blonde wigs. You don't have to wear the extreme clothes, right?
No, it's certainly a choice. I don't like to be like everybody else. I've often made this statement that I would never stoop so low as to be fashionable. That's the easiest thing in the world to do. So I just decided that I would do something that would at least get the attention. Once they got past the shock of the ridiculous way I looked and all that, then they would see there was a parts of me to be appreciated. I'm very real where it counts, and that's inside, and as far as my outlook on life and the way I care about people and the way I care about myself. I like the kind of person that I am, so I can afford to piddle around and diddle around with makeups and clothes and stuff because I am secure with myself.
Dolly, did you look like this when you were a kid?
Not quite.
Where I come from, would I have called you a hillbilly?
If you had of, it would have been something very natural, but I would have probably kicked your shins or something. We were very proud people. My people were not that educated, but they are very, very intelligent.
But do you ever feel that you're a joke, that people make fun of you?
Oh, I know they make fun of me. People, has thought the joke was on me, but it's actually been on the public. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I can change it at any time.
When asked about having children, this is what she said.
I don't have children. I have had 5 of my younger brothers and sisters that have lived with my husband and I for years. Now they're all gone from home, and we don't want children of our own because we always have somebody's children, and we don't want the total responsibility because we both know what it's like to know that joy of raising children. But he is free and independent. He's as independent as I am in his way.
When asked about her favourite song, this is what she said.
My favorite song, and I've said this from day one, I doubt that I'll ever write one that means more to me personally than The Little Coat of Many Colors. Because that's about family, it's about mama, it's about bullying, it's about acceptance, and it's about, diversity. It's about all the things that really matter, but I didn't know it at the time.
This is what she said about her biggest mistake.
Biggest mistake?
I haven't made any. I tried to look at my life as a series of events, and what other people would call a mistake, I wouldn't. Sometimes what would look like to be my biggest mistakes turn out to be my biggest blessings. I'm not one of those people that I don't regret things. I don't go back because I've never done anything that I didn't feel I should have done exactly that way at exactly that time. So how can you say that it's a mistake?
And what would have been considered rude questions for some, she turned them otherwise.
I have an interest in show business, and I'm wondering why do you feel that you've achieved stardom when so many others didn't?
Well, for 2 good reasons, and not the one you're probably thinking. No, it's just that I never stopped trying, and I never tried stopping. It's like anything you do. You have to stick with it.
Do you ever wish you were born a guy?
Do I ever wish I was born a guy? Lord, no, I've always been a sissy. And if I'd have been born a man, I'd have been a drag queen.
Dolly, I'd like to ask you a question.
Okay.
I know that you have a lot of experience wearing wigs.
Yeah.
And I wonder, should I use Rogaine? Should I get a wig? Or should I stay the way I am?
I think you should stay the way you are, because just because you've lost your fuzz don't mean you're not a peach.
One time when her family appeared on TV, this is how she reacted.
Oh, that's Mama and Daddy! Oh my gosh, what's your kid? Oh, that's Mama. Look at Daddy! Oh my gosh. Well, now, what am I going to do now? You can't get me back in line here. That's very touching to me, because Mom and Daddy are both gone now. I haven't seen that in so long. We just pulled at my heart there.
Would you like a drink?
No, that's okay. Yeah, whiskey?